So we find ourselves back at the Waking Sands. There may have been some shenanigans between the last time we were here and now, but perhaps not. But importantly, there was a handful of quests here, and I feel like if there's a quest in the main hub, that means it's important. Or at least has some more in it. The nerve of some petitioners engaging us as if we were a band of common mercenaries. I should be glad to refuse them all without a second thought. I mean, hear them out, but yeah, sure. Interesting. Read the riptides and the winds and brace yourself for the coming storm. Learned as much when I sailed to the Yellow Jacket, eh? The wisdom of the seas has served me just as well on land. These tribes are a storm in the brewing, and neither the Scions nor the city-states can allow themselves to be caught unawares. Nay, we must strike first and nip the storm in the bud. I start with the kobolds, I reckon. They've grown a bit too big for their breeches of late. One more thing I learned as the Yellow Jacket is that your ship is only as steady as your crew. Before taking on the kobolds, I've mind to round up some new allies. In Camp Overlook, you'll find a crew of pirates who've given up pillaging and plundering and now fly the flag of the Maelstrom. I'd bring them on board to fight the Kobold menace, but I have a notion that an honest plea from yourself would be more convincing. Might you travel to Camp Overlook and speak to Commander Bloden in my stead? You'd be doing us a great service, aye. I call upon you as a fellow Scion, Ny'ardbert, to assist our allies in meeting a mutual objective. The Maelstrom needs every sword it can summon to stifle the Sahagi in advance. I implore you to journey to Camp Skull Valley, discuss the matter with Falk Breda, and render what remedy you can. Interesting. So are all of these just going to be like, there's a beast tribe thing happening? My dear friends Abba and Auli came to the Scions with a burning passion to deliver this realm from darkness. A passion that I could never muster. They fought bravely and with honor, until they could fight no more. Me, I was never worth much on the battlefield. I wanted nothing more than to honor my fallen comrades, to carry on their fight, but how? One day it struck me. I may be woefully lacking on the battlefield, but my mind is sharp enough. I resolved to plot a course of action and recruit capable allies to our cause. One thing is clear to me. We could ill afford to be distracted by the beast tribes with more ominous storm clouds gathering on the horizon. To that end, we must find strong and loyal allies to quell the beastman menace. You're familiar with the U? Because you pronounce it like ooh something, but you're familiar with the U, perhaps, a tribe of fearsome hunters and huntresses. I'm convinced that they would prove invaluable allies in the battle against the Amalsha if only they could be won over. The U respects strength above all. I fear they'd sooner gut me than listen to my tale. But you, if you spoke, they would listen. I'm certain of it. And so I ask, friend, travel to Forgotten Springs and speak to Uad Noon in my stead. Just when we did? Oh, we've already read that. Alright, Ariane J, what's your deal? Interesting. Friend to the dawn, hear my plea. Tidings most ominous arrive from Gridania. A primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the eldritch spirit witness and return to tell the tale, avow that ne'er before have they seen its like. The god's quiver doth investigate as we speak, and meseems the bow-lord Levin would welcome a capable adventurer's helping hand. Pray hie thee to the seat of the first bow, and shine thy light upon the matter. These all seem like seeds for other quests. So part of me wants to also take the main story quest while we're here. You know, I'm going to do that purely so I can get my little counter back if need be. So I don't have to keep using the logo. Yeah, let's do that. What's this one? This has needs of your talent for a re-emerging primal problem. Oh. I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I am afraid there is still work to do. The Ultima Weapon's destruction, 'twould seem, has served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amalja, the Ixal, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but the half of it. Much to our dismay, all 3 tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something. Basically, this means the Primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the Ultima Weapon's maiden appearance. You'll remember that at the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more. To thee. The etheric waves that were observed in Mordona do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Yet much and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission, Ny'ardbert? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what I would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had the chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Ny'ardbert. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures had left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow scions. But instead I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. Alright, but take it easy. We don't need you getting repossessed. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matter of the Primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Urianger has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. Do I also kick this? How many? I feel like 5 is the number that I could have displayed at a given time. So, I guess we won't take those main story quests just yet. Sigh. I'm curious what that level 47 quest that leads to a new Primal is, though, because I don't think there are any non-level 50 Primals left. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beast man, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Amalja, who may have already summoned forth a Efreet. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Thancred wants you to vanquish Ifrit. Has information that will help you to arrange an encounter. A confirmation has just arrived from the Immortal Flames. 'Tis as Urianger said. I fear the Amalja have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldesion insisted that I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everybody's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now that the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit, it may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minfilia's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the Primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Okay. So we've got... Where's Skull Valley? Alright, so that's in Lunasia. That's in Lunasia. That's in Ulda, that's in Ulda. That's in Gridania. Let's start with the one in Gridania. Or maybe the two in Ulda? Let's do the... Yeah, Ulda can come first. Because then we can clear up a space, hopefully, and that will let us take the main story quest, which I think leads to Gridania first? Got like a 3 out of 5 chance on that one. Commander Swift. Ny'ardbert, thank you for coming. The Flame General will be heartened to hear that you've answered the call. As we've already relayed to the Waking Sands, Ifrit is returned. For the sake of peace in the region, we humbly request that you vanquish him. Primal is to be found in his domain, the Bowl of Embers. To get there, you must use the Beastman Aetherite found within the depths of Zaharak, this Amalja stronghold. The Amalja have constructed their own Aethernet from salvaged Aetherite shards. This being the case, you should be able to use it without problem. No doubt you already know this from your fellow Scions, but the present incarnation of Ifrit is far stronger than the last. Facing him with any fewer than 7 of your stoutest comrades would be ill-advised. That is all the intelligence we have to share. The rest is in your hands. I shall pray for your victory and safe return. That's a big one. This is the Amalja thing, right? Yeah, cool. So let's see if the Forgotten Springs quest leads to another one. I have a hunch it probably will, even though it doesn't have a plus on it. The Slayer of Titan returns. The Slayer seeks something of the you, yes? What is it that you seek? So you would have us join your fight against the Amalja. The you do not care for the lizard men, this is true. But the you fights no battles but our own. That is what my tribesmen will say. I'm not unwilling to help you, but I know you better than they. What's it to you? The word of the Noon is law. Those who turn a deaf ear to the Noon, they will no longer have ears. I could order my tribe to fight for you. That would be good for you, yes, but would it be good for the you? That is my question. You've proven yourself to me. To many of you, you are just another outsider. You would earn their trust, you will do it yourself. Speak to my tribeswomen, and hear with your own ears how they feel about you. You fight whom we want to fight, when we want to fight. This is so difficult for an outsider to understand. Okay. Sweet smelling huntress. Alright. Join your fight. Why would the you help an outsider when we have problems of our own? What are the problems of your own? Because we can work on those. How'd you get up there? Target is too far above you. How do I talk to this lady? There we are. I've heard tales of your strength, yet if you are strong, why do you not fight your own battles? I answer to the noon and none other. Be gone, outsider. This is no place for you. Alright, well. Seems simple enough. You've returned. I ask you to leave me. I am first and foremost known to my people, and their needs concern me more than yours. That's totally understandable. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to have it work for everybody. Ooh, ow, that stings. Outsider, I told you to... You would help the you? You outsiders puzzle me. I would be a fool to refuse your aid. I'm told that some of my tribesmen have been ambushed and captured by the lizard men. Rumors are true they bear grave wounds. You are no strangers to death, but to die without a fair fight, there's no way for you to... I guess it is for an oo to die. I ask you not to rescue them. If they are truly oo, their pride will not allow it. Ease their wounds with the salve, and they will take care of themselves. Alright, that's also in the same direction as Zarok, I believe. Oh, hey. You're marked for death by the Grand Companies. The pain. Thank you, stranger. By your kindness, I live to fight another day. It was Pugilist, not the one I need to get? Hold on. Did I only need the one? Oh, it's a Malja Pugilist, not Zonrock Pugilist. Weird. Watch yourself, stranger. Wounded or not, my claws are still sharp. Yeah, that's fine. Here. Don't die. I know not why you helped me, but I thank you. Oh, you're just bruised. Gah, I'd die sooner than admit defeat to the lizard men. Here, I don't need to do either. Thank you, friend. I'll not forget this debt. I feel like the ceiling on this area is just too low. Where is the actual connection point for this? Oh, that's a bit of a hike. Feels somewhat cheap to just skip over it. But I'm not here for the challenge, so... I'm not here for the challenge, but this is an entire zone that's built to be walked through. So let's fucking talk. Zone music here. It gets remixed as a dungeon theme, like way later. That's also one of my favorite dungeon themes, so... Oh, I wish I could turn off just fake. How come they made like a custom asset for that, like the metal bindings and the Ny'ardbert crest? That's cool. Oh, okay. It's just Ifrit. Let's do it, I guess. Our fourth trial. Ifrit again. First trial we have to do players though. First 8 man. Alright. Other guy's tank stance on, so I'll let him take the air. Well timed. Where'd he go? Oh! Oh yeah. Okay, back to the noon. So yeah, definitely significantly stronger than it was. But not that strong. Didn't compare to Law Rare or the Ultima Weapon or whatever. Not saying you guys were wrong, just maybe overblew the hype a little bit. And now I just want to listen to the dungeon version of that theme.
The missing three have returned, and return with lizard man heads. You are a true friend to the Ooh outsider. The Ooh are a proud people. It is not easy for us to express gratitude to outsiders most of all, but those who you saved would speak to you. Do them the favor of hearing their words.
Oh! Hi. I feel like I've had this dream. What's up?
You gave me back my strength and my honor. This is a kindness I must repay. Should you require my aid, you have it. I don't know your scions from a hole in the ground, but your friends are my friends, and your enemies are my enemies. Let us crush the beastmen together. I thought I was lizard grub for sure until you came to my rescue. Let's say we crack some lizard skulls together. They told me you were strong, but now I have seen it with my own eyes. I would be honored to do battle by your side.
Oh yeah.
I trust you've heard the answer you seek. You do not open their hearts to outsiders easily, but those bonds we do form are that much the stronger. To protect our freedom and our newfound friends, the Ooh will fight this battle. Return, and tell your scion companions that the strength of the Ooh is with them. Go in safety, and know that you will always be welcome here.
That's sweet. Oh, you're still here. Hi? You are not of us, yet I trust you as I would a fellow Ooh. I'd be honored to do battle by your side. Just tell me where I can go crack some lizard skulls. It's called Soha Rock. Same thing there. Same thing there. Okay. What's your deal? Stand before the abode of our tribe's most wise and noble chieftain. See to it that you act with propriety. They already did. We're good. Okay, I have to return to the Waking Sands at some point anyway, but the other two are in Manasia, so let's head to Limson. Okay. Hello, Commander Falkbrita. If you've come seeking Falkbrita of the Maelstrom, congratulations, you have found her. Well, I suppose in truth it is I who have been seeking you. Camp Skull Valley overlooks the Sahagin Four, the sea-sucking hordes right under her bony nose. They're the dam against the rising tide of savagery. Is that it? Why'd you turn back around? I won't waste your time with niceties. Oh, okay. As we speak, a ship is bound for Ailport, where we'll reprovision. The ship carries precious freight. Crystals from the Isles of Umbra, which it is set to consign to Maelstrom couriers. Yet, loose lips have let the fishbacks gain wind of the plan. Were these crystals to fall into Sahagian hands, it'd bring them that much closer to reawakening Leviathan, a contingency we can ill abide. I ask that you see to the safety of the crystals. My subordinate, Ururu Kugururu, awaits you at Ailport. Ururu Kugururu. I take it you're the scion they spoke of? I imagined someone more imposing. Nevertheless, the ship won't be in for some while. We'll need to load the ship as soon as she arrives, so as to lend no license to Sahagan interlopers. You'll do the most help at the pier. I'm sorry, did you bring in the fucking Warrior of Light to move boxes? What's your deal? Why do you have a plus on you? Oh, Ferociris. Okay, go back and do that sometime. You're just leaves, right? Yeah. Hey there, Dawson. Just who in Eorzea are you supposed to be? I heard an adventurer. No one told me about an adventurer. I suppose you might as well make yourself useful. Bring the supplies from the wharf to the pier so the ship can reprovision as soon as she docks. That should help. Moving boxes. You had me come from a different city-state for this. Riveting content here. Well, you're a quick worker. I forgot my name. Or, I forgot to tell you my name. The name's Dawson. I oversee every crate that washes up and ships out of here. Go back and let your Maelstrom masters know that the load is in ship shape. No more for you to do here. No, sir. Okay, what the fuck is this? Why am I here? Okay, moved your crates. Excellent. You've done all you can for now. Just make sure you're prepared when it comes time for the ship to leave port. Your ships come in. Head over to the pier and see to it those crystals reach their destination. What is their destination? I guess Losa? I'm here to, like, theoretically fight Sahagin. She's all restocked and ready to go. Hop aboard. Do you think that's the best? Sorry, did no one notice the obvious blue tattoos on this guy's face? Help! Serpent Reavers are at the gates! And also here. Serpent Reavers? Those traitorous Horsons. Whatever in Eorzea could they possibly be doing here? I cut bait with my cargo to escape with my life, but they're still out there. Waiting for us to try and reclaim the consignment, no doubt. Lucky for you, this adventurer here is going to give those bastards what for. I'll hang back here and make sure no one lays a hand on the Maelstrom freight. The ship will stay docked until you're done taking care of the Reavers. I don't trust you, Dawson. Off you go. The Serpent Reavers are just outside the gates. Needless to say, the ship will still be here when you get back. He's either the most obvious, like, plant ever, or, like, the most, like, suspicious random boatman. Sure don't see a bunch of Sahagin. Oh, right, yeah. They're not Sahagin, they're just tempered. Yep. Come to think of it, Dawson is no sort of name for a Rogadin. I was a fool not to realize earlier. Fret not over my wounds. The ship is all that matters. Afraid I couldn't put up much of a fight. The duplicate Dawson may be a fake, but the axe he wields is plenty real. What the name of the navigator happened here? He must be the adventurer the Scion sent. My name is Dawson. Sent from Melvin's Gate to oversee the freight here at Elport. The freight is nowhere to be seen. Another Dawson? You mean to say an imposter has been handling my freight? Now the ship is missing. This is no mere prank. Treachery is afoot. You must notify Falbrito without delay. You all are hilariously incompetent. See, Admiral, I know we're not, like, working with our best in the recovery from Operation Archon, but, like, whew boy, is this really the best we could do? Word of our folly has beaten you to me. So consumed were we with the dangers of the Sahagin at sea that we left ourselves open on land. Though the scalawaggery took place on shore, I haven't any doubt 'twas the Reaver's doing. We've pieced together the identity of our fraudulent freight bearer, the dread pirate Drznaggle. It's only fitting that the silver-tongued snake calls the serpent's tongue home. The Sahagin we were prepared for, but not the serpent reavers. We steeled ourselves against the danger on the horizon, only to fall to the danger at our very feet. The Serpent Reavers leave us no choice. The risk of the crystals falling into Sahagin hands is too great for us to remain idle. It comes time to act. So many are the crystals that we have no means of recovering them. We can only hope to destroy them. While losing the crystals is regrettable, we have far more to lose should Leviathan be summoned. Our forces will bombard the Reavers, drawing them out of their dens, so that you might slip in with these makeshift bombs and destroy the crystals. The Serpent's Tongue lies beyond Tidegate, and the Sahagin land base at the very heart of the enemy encampment. Alright. Time to check it out. So the rock has its own thing. This place goes directly back to the neutral stuff? So I don't know when we unlock it, but that over there is where the theoretical, like, ally beast tribe part of the Sahagin are. I do love the design of this area. It's a shame we don't spend more time here. I'm not saying so they should have to attack me, other than the other creatures here. Hello, gentlemen. Don't mind me. Just here to blow up your shit. Nearby, right? don't mind me for the moment. Just wandering around. There's one there. One up here too? There is. Hell yeah. These crates aren't that big. Like, I know it's an absurd thing for Ny'ardbert to, like, carry, like, these stone crates or whatever, but, like, I did carry 4 full-sized human corpses at one point. Over the tunnel. Triumphant hero returns. Magically sometime before the Serpent Reavers and the Sahagin rear their ugly heads again. More importantly, we needn't worry about Leviathan rearing his head. The Maelstrom, and indeed all of Limsa owes you a debt of gratitude. Please send my regards to Redolf. Okay, so the one we haven't done yet is this one. Which is in Outer Lonasia. Where are you currently? Western. Go to Upper. Go from there. So Outer Lonasia is the one ARR zone we've actually never been to. Or like full zone. There's a couple other like little niche places, but this has its own map. So the reason I have a new set of these things, by the way, is I did go and get promoted through the Maelstrom. Because I'm now Sergeant First Class? Yeah. Outer Lonasia. Oh man, I remember there being incredibly annoying fate here. Like, it was pretty cool, but like, if you tried to get it along, it was just utter nonsense. Before I go too much further, I'm going to backtrack, because I don't know if the Pitman enemy type is going to be over here because the other ones were so much lower level. Besides Pitman, there you are. Success. Need more, alright. Maelstrom's appetite for blood is not sated, I guess. This is such a small area for them. Ah, there you are. Adventurer, a message from Slavswiss, you say? Preemptive strike to take the wind out of the Kobold's sails before they mount an attack? And she'd recruit old buccaneers like us for the effort. And this one, even Admiral Whirlwhip has her hands full with the damn beasts. Why, that's either the most barnacle brand idea I've ever heard, or the most bloody brilliant. I'll confess, I had my doubts when I heard she was leaving the Yellow Jackets, but I'd see that wench is as salty as a sea dog as ever. Aye, this should prove more interesting. We may fly the flag of the Maelstrom now, but in years past, me and my crew were some of the scurviest pirates to sail the seas. Traded in our Jolly Rogers for the Crimson and Black when Merlwyb assumed the admiralship, aye. Our days of pillaging and plundering may be behind us, but a pirate never loses his nose for treasure and glory. If you can convince my crew that there's a fortune to be had in fighting the kobolds, I suspect you'd find them most agreeable to joining your cause. Say, for instance, if there were a healthy bounty for any buccaneer who made a name for him or herself in the Kobold War. I believe something like that just might be arranged, aye? Why don't you convey the message to my men? Are you providing the bounty? I mean, I guess you're part of the Maelstrom and you're a commander. You could probably just get that dispensed. Bounty on the kobolds? Cups of grog flowing over, bottomless bowls of grub, and bucks and wenches on each arm. Aye, that sounds like a right tasty proposition. Now, where'd I put my cutlass? You've got an axe on your back. Why do you want a cutlass? Everyone here has an axe. Okay, whatever. I've been meaning to buy a new peg leg for me hobbled mate, and this bounty you speak of will let me do just that. Raise the mast. Tomorrow I set sail for Kobold territory. Arr. I swore to myself that my pirating days were through, but deep within, I've always longed to sail the open seas again. Aye, this is the chance I've been waiting for. A bounty for fighting the kobolds. Well, why'd you not say so sooner? Never cared much for the scurvy beasts. Tell the captain I'll be sailing east on the morrow. Sit. Sailing? Can you get there from here by boat? Hear a scream from the palace. You could hear that from here? Oh my god. I see you had little trouble winning over my crew. Aye, once a pirate, always a pirate. The skull and crossbones of Limsa set sail once more, and I pity any beastmen caught in their wake. Well, we can't let my men have all the fun now, can we? What say you join us in a little operation that's sure to hit the kobolds where it hurts most, in the Crucible. As you know, the beasts pride themselves on their alchemical skills. We've located a hidden storehouse containing a prototype for a new Crucible. I don't know what it's capable of, and I'm not of a mind to find out. I would charge you with drawing the kobolds' attention while my levy sees to the Crucible. Take these makeshift bombs to Iron Lake. We'll find stores of sundry provisions belonging to the kobold army. I trust you'll know what to do from there. And mind you, the bigger the explosion, the better. Okay. So, new zone. Let's walk. This is the first time we get the kobold theme. Whenever it deigns to play. Maybe it's only in the actual area proper. Also, it's kind of funny that these are all marked as hostile, but by the time I got here, they're all, like, woefully underleveled. So they are not picking fights. Wow, they are. I almost feel bad. No, not even almost. I do feel a little bad. Order for the tribe, example of Titan, this conduct tomorrow minds, person presiding over the summoning of his lord. Okay. Yeah, let's not do that. Hey, you! No! Bad. Stop that. Short fate. Okay, so I blew up some of their stuff, killed one of their leaders. Didn't feel great. Good work. Well, I reckon I heard those blasts all the way from here. You'll be pleased to know the operation was a rousing success. The Crucible's no more. Either should keep the kobolds quiet for a spell. Nothing like the pleasure of a job well done. I reckon the grog we guzzled tonight will be the finest we've had in months. Aye, the pirates of Mosa have added another chapter to our legend. We couldn't have done it without you. On behalf of my entire crew, you have my thanks, adventurer. In a perfect world, the mere word of our triumph would convince any pirate captain still sailing aimlessly in search of treasure to quit their plundering and fight the good fight. But I know as well as any that coin is the quickest, and oft-times the only way to a pirate's heart. I've drafted a full report of the operation, along with the suggestion that the Maelstrom institute generous rewards for any pirate, be he captain, cook, or swab, who contributes to their cause. I'd be most obliged if you could deliver it to Commander Riki. And after you do that, send my regards to Slav Swiss. Tell her I'm waiting for her. I'm going to choose to interpret that as romantic and not creepy. But there's no real way to tell. What's your deal? Oh, Blue Mage, right. Probably will not be doing that as Ny'ardbert. Oh! Hey! I guess it's tomorrow. Happy All Saints Wake, everybody. Did you by any chance come from the direction of Camp Overlook? There seems to be quite the commotion there. Operation Crucible Down report. A colorful account of the Red Swallow's heroic contributions during an operation to demolish a recently constructed cobalt furnace. A report from Commander Bloden. What's this? The Cobalt's crucibles, no more. Those damned scurvy fools. Loose cannons to the last, and I'm glad they're on our side. I'll gladly issue them a special commendation, and... 100,000 gil for each crewman who contributed to the effort. Nerve of the man. Well, the exact amount will have to be negotiated. I see no reason to be stingy with our coffers if a bounty here or there would convince capable men to join our cause. I shall take Commander Bloden's proposition to command. There's all kinds of stuff going on there, but that's not what we're up to right now. I'm gonna go turn these in, but... yeah, just for thoroughness' sake, I'm gonna turn them in before I do the event. And the event video might have come out before this? I don't really know. I'm sort of gonna be jumping around in my editing. Fun seasonal theme, though. Hey, take me back to Vesper Bay. It worked, Slav Swiss. The seas have carried you back to me, I see. Caught wind of me erstwhile matey's triumph and your contributions as well. You've made for a fine pirate yourself, I. Also, your old commander misses you. Said he's waiting for you. Bring the pirates together with promises of treasure and glory. That's the Bloden I know. Aye. From what I hear, it's already caught the ear of many a buccaneer. Bloden and I go back a ways, we do. We're comrades, friends, and... aye, even more than that on occasion, if my memory serves. The idea that you might forget is not super reassuring for that guy, I imagine. I've got nothing but respect for the man, but building a proper army out of old buccaneers won't be easy. Any idea it comes up with, you bet Admiral Whirlwimp's already had it. Treasure and glory are all well and good, but do you know what truly calls a pirate to the open sea? Freedom. And that's something the Maelstrom could never offer. And I can only hope that others of me kind answer the call, then. Then and only then can I be sure that my decision to part with my Yellow Jacket comrades was the right one. Ah, Ny'ardbert, so good of you to return. Tales of your deed precede you. Knowing Limsa Lominsa lay in good hands allows us to tend to... I mean, good hands is questionable, but yeah. Allowed us to tend to matters of import elsewhere, but I'm relieved to have you back with us all the same. Much work remains for the realm. Friend, I had my doubts that even one of your talents could win over the Ooh. Once again, you have proven yourself capable of tasks that would make an ordinary adventurer shrink in fear. You've given hope and courage to all here, myself most of all. Rest assured that we shall not squander the opportunity you have given us. For my comrades, for my realm, for a new dawn, I shall stand tall and fight. Papalia? Oh, in for Garuda Awakening. Oh no. Ah, Ny'ardbert, I hear you have triumphed over Ifrit. Of course, this is no less a feat than I would expect of a warrior of light, but well done all the same. Now, I full had a mind to crack open a bottle of 1547 Bacchus, but the celebration must keep. Garuda, I'm afraid to say, has also returned. I'm sorry, you have a bottle of Bacchus farm? That would have made my entire Titan journey so much faster. But whatever. As you well know, Garuda's appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Not to dishearten you, but in her latest incarnation, the appetite has become nigh insatiable. In the short time since her return, she's already wreaked tremendous havoc. You must send her back to the ether before she can do any more damage. In the meantime, Ida and I will assist the Order of the Twin Adder in their recovery effort. When you previously faced Garuda, 'twas the Enterprise that bore you through the storm that shielded your domain. Well, that storm is as a spring breeze beside what she has raised this time. No airship could hope to penetrate it. And so we must count ourselves fortunate that the Order of the Twin Adder chanced to discover a beastman aetherite leading to the Howling Eye. Before you do aught else, I suggest you pay a visit to the Adder's Nest and have words with Commander Huelo. He will be able to tell you about the said aetherite, among other things. Make no mistake, the Lady of the Vortex will prove a formidable opponent, but I believe that you could weather the storm. May the 12 keep you safe. And while I'm here, I might as well pick up the MSQ.
Ny'ardbert, it pleases me to see you well.
Tataru!
Do excuse me for interrupting, Ny'ardbert. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this afternoon. Thank you, my lady. Ever since we defeated Gaius von Balsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret, with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, If accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldesian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me. I did not mean to burden you so. Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. I confess, I am conflicted. You should consult with the others. Recalling you our meeting with the Admiral, shortly after the Liminsons sent word of the summonings of Titan, then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Ny'ardbert that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded, who had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Liminsons to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely.
None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Is that true, Ida?
I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know?
Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. And theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Ny'ardbert. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. It is the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. The sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few and our fortune so finite. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I had my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Ny'ardbert.
Off you know, Ny'ardbert? It's all to miss.
You desired counsel, and so you shall have it. Minfilia, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah.
We must do what?
So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. It will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate.
If Ulda is no longer suitable, where would you have us go?
Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banners in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ulda and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action.
As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ulda is our home, Alfino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless.
The decision is yours to make, Attestant. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as our grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are just as much your family as...
That will be all, Alfino. I am sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to.
Your concern is most generous. But no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. What? How was that not... Oh, because it's my inventory and not in the thing. That would make for a pretty good reason, wouldn't it? Place armor chest. There we go.
Leave Ulda? Has it truly come to this?
I mean, honestly, now, the fact that you're as broken up about this shows that we're not really as neutral as you want us to be.
Oh, Ny'ardbert, pray attend to Alfie now. He's engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alfino awaits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time.
Dude's a jackass, but I think he's right on this one. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. Rumors? I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the many who perished during the calamity. Philomene was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ulda. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. If her body was never found, why do people think she died? Minfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, But as Philomene's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Philomene is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Lanacia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegoregiu as to the veracity of these rumors. Okay, I need to split my recording here. So I will do that, and then we will resume on one of those 3 quests. See you in a bit. Okay, so we've went along to the seat of the first quiver, and now we are going to go learn about whatever this unidentified primal is. Tia, I've heard much of your deeds in recent days. You come to lend your strength in the Primal investigation, yes? Your aid is most welcome. Thanks. Who was that man in black? Okay, I think I might know who this is. I shall proceed directly to the matter at hand. Though still unsubstantiated, ill rumors stir amongst the townspeople of late. Rumors of a shadow-clad knight who rides in the shroud. Under normal circumstances, I would pay such idle ghost stories little heed. This time, however, we have reason to suspect. But we have naught to gain by rushing to judgment. I would have you go to the streets. Tia, speak with the people and hear their words with your own ears. Like, just about whatever? Because if I'm just like, hey, there's this primal, that's probably going to be causing more rumors than it finds. But alright, whatever you say, sir. You're the civil servant, I'm just the guy with the axe. Yo, what do you know about this, like, weird, mysterious Black Knight? The Ghost Knight? I saw him, clad from head to toe in armor that seemed forged from shadow itself, galloping through the shroud atop his hell's-born steed. Mark my words, the trees themselves were quivering in fear that night. I've not slept a wink since I returned. Spooky. So 3 of those 4 icons on my minimap have to do with this. The 4th one is an entirely different quest. So let's see if I can find the appropriate 3. Ah, okay. Sorry, I did a double take. I thought that person was dressed up as Jolene Cujo. Which, like, cool. I was just impressed. I thought there was like a spiderweb pattern and that caught my eye. Yes, I saw the Black Knight, after which I promptly fled for my dear life. Should you end up in my position, you'd be wise to do the same. I have my pride, but I'm not fool enough to cast my life away. Besides, one look was enough to know. This is a manifestation of pure evil. Were he to turn that massive sword against Gridania, all of our lances as one could not hope to stand in his way. Alright, I'm pretty sure the one over there is the Adder's Nest, which is... You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's just talk to that guy too while we're here. That's about Garuda, but like no sense walking all the way away and then all the way back. Ny'ardbert of the Scions, we are grateful for your aid. As you will already know, the accursed Ixal has summoned Garuda once more. Since her return, she has wasted no time unleashing her fury upon the region. Extensive damage has been reported in both the Twelveswood... Hello there, Miss Bomb. In both the Twelveswood and Kurthus. She must be stopped, and soon, lest more lives be lost. In the name of the Elder Seedseer, I humbly request you put an end to her reign of terror. As in the past, Garuda keeps her court within the Howling Eye, which is perpetually protected by a raging tempest. Fortunately, we have learned of an alternate way into her domain. The Ixal have constructed an aetheryte within Naudaland, their stronghold in the central highlands of Kurthus. This aetheryte will take you to Garuda's tempestuous realm. We owe this discovery to these guardians, who the Elder Seedseer says desired to repay the kindness you showed them. For the sake of our people as well as theirs, may your mission be met with success. Are you inside that guy? Hilarious.
Yeah, don't sneak up on me like that, friend. Forgive me. Ever since espying a glimpse of that ghastly horseman, my heart won't stop racing. I knew the elementals would punish us sooner or later for daring to disobey their will. This is surely a sign of sinister happenings to come.
I'll come back for that one. Oh, that's a cool chip we'll get up. Aye, yes, saw him clear as day, or clear as night, you might say. My own two eyes. More fearsome than the rider was his ghastly steed. I know not where you've traveled, but I can assure you you've not seen more frightening a beast. One thing I can tell you, friend, that was no spectre or shadow. Aye, he was as solid as you or me. Okay. So spooky night. Spooky night on spooky horse. Like, obviously scary enough to, at a glance, spook people away. So, there's probably at least one aspect they have yet to mention. A knight clad in shadow-forged armor, a mammoth sword, and hellsborn steed. It is clear now. Our worst forebodings have proven most unfortunately prescient. Cool. You feel like filling me in? The Dark Divinity. Hell of a name on that one. A ghostly knight atop his baleful steed. It is as I feared. The rumors bear a most inauspicious resemblance to the references in ancient scripture describing Odin, the Dark Divinity. It is my suspicion that the Dark Horseman of Rumor is indeed Odin, and furthermore that this malevolent presence is a primal. And yet, before the god's quiver takes action, I would seek the counsel of one versed in the holy writings. Make for Quarry Mill and seek out Brother Oap Pesi. I would know what he knows, and be swift to you. If Odin has truly come to the Shroud, time is not on our side. It's occurring to me only now that I'm pretty sure Odin is like one of the hardest level 50 trials. And that I am hilariously undergeared for it. So this might be something I unlock and then actually go do the fight for later. Is he not there? Where? Oh, Quarry Mill, right. You are a different Podrill. I don't think I've met you before. I am Oap Pesi, and you must be the adventurer I've been expecting. Ah yes, Odin, the Dark Divinity. Oh, Lord Levin is understandably distressed at his arrival. As one who has read the scriptures, however, I am not entirely surprised. Odin, as the ancient writings have it, rode forth into our world wielding a dark blade capable of cleaving earth from the heavens. By his fell blade did perish earth herself, and countless multitudes of her people. At long last, a great hero of Allag did arise to do battle with the Dark God. Odin was slain, and his spirit sealed within a forest spring. For years, this was thought to be a mere wives' tale, a ghost story told by mothers to frighten their young ones into obedience. But recent archaeological studies at Allegan ruins have unearthed damning evidence to the contrary. And now, these rumors. The scriptures claim that the dark divinity slumbers in Earth's font, deep in the heart of the shroud, where the power of a crystal confines him. I ventured into the forest and seen the crystal with my own eyes, but this was many years ago. It is entirely within the realm of possibility that something has gone terribly awry, and the fetters of crystal confine the dark divinity no longer. I would send you to Earth's font to investigate the matter, but be forewarned. Your path will not be an easy one. Should any evil spirits stand in your way, this water of cleansing should avail you. Alright, Concava. What is that barding? That is so impractical. Bold hug. Most of the elegance. Well, I feel kind of bad killing something named that, but here we are. Also, holy shit, this has a lot of health. Where the fuck did Kuiper go? Finally made your way back, did you, guy? Considering you're not hurt or dead, I guess you must have won your fight with that bug. So I assume that's why it's going on. Oh, right. It was because I was supposed to use this key item on that. Well, I fought it anyway. fly over the tunnel. Alright, brother! A cum-bearing thing. The crystalline jail that held the Dark Divinity in check. Are you able to ascertain what has become of it? The stone may have been the only thing preventing the Elder Primal's Odin's return to Eorzea, and now the stone is destroyed. Magical energy still remains in the stone, but its powers have grown dim. What's more, behold how the stone has been cleaved, clear, near, and twain. By Odin's fell blade, there can be no doubt. Yes, there can be no doubt as to the identity of our unwelcome guest, and yet it is all the most curious. If the Dark Divinity rides free, why does he tarry in the shroud? Any road, you are to be commended for your bravery, adventurer. Semi is preparing a report on this matter as we speak. Be most grateful if you could share your findings with her as well. Is Semi here? Sure, I'll deliver your stuff across this very small town. Oh, they're up there. How do I get up there? There are stairs over there, but... Hello, Simi. So it is indeed as we feared. The seal of Earth's font has been broken, and the Dark Divinity rides again. Must draft a report immediately. Your assistance in this investigation has proven invaluable, adventurer. You have our thanks. With your aid, I have finally managed to complete my report. A thorough survey of all eyewitness reports, along with the most credible theories regarding the Dark Divinity's presence in the Shroud. I intend to deliver copies of the reports to Brother Oap Pesi and Bolor Levin myself. The Scions, too, will no doubt be eager to learn of our findings. I would be most appreciative if you could deliver a copy to Urianger in my stead. My duties demand that I remain composed, but in all truth, I fear for the fate of our people. Should the time come that the Dark Divinity draws his blade against Gridania, promise me that we can count on your aid. Okay, well, first things first. Let's head over to Kurthos and rough up Garuda. Just one primal at a time, guys. And we'll head to Costa del Sol to check in on the person who resembles Minfilia's mother. And then presumably that'll send us back to the Waking Sands. Okay, so as has been our practice of these thus far, gonna do this one on the land. Have again if I come again. No, Cabot's ignoring him too. Good. Come back to that bait. Probably not actually. There's only 7 minutes left in it. Nope, that's not it either. How do I get better idea on this one? Like, I see the rock. How do I get to the rock? Oh, there's a tiny little line there, isn't there? To a root indeed. So pretty. Love the environmental design. Okay, so that is... need average item level 52. I think we're well above that, so let's queue up for that. Oh, that was instant. Alright, cool. Second one, not kind of. Guess it's not. Huh. I think I remember all the mechanics for this one. In we go. To fight. Alright, looks like the other attack is taking the lead. This is the mechanic that I thought was in the previous one, where if you're not behind that, you just straight up die. separate the ads. Hell yeah. Okay, so that's that on Garuda. So let's head over to Clusterville Soul then. I remember when I first started playing, Garuda was like the moment where you actually had to know what you were doing. Because up until that point, like, yeah, Titan could knock you off cliffs and stuff, but like otherwise you were probably fine to just mess up and you can recover pretty easily. But Garuda had like multiple things that if you were not doing, it would like really mess with you. It's a lot softer now just by virtue of like basically everyone in that encounter had maximum gear. Because if you're past this level, then you'll be default to maximum. But when you were doing it like with a reasonable score, then it was actually difficult. Alfina, what the fuck are you doing here? Ah, you've arrived. Let us see if Master Gegareju can shine any light onto the rumors regarding Philomene. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Makote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane? I mean, Ny'ardbert, what brings you to my humble resort? Philomene? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ulda? Egads, man, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame, to think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master Gegareju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Sure. Let's teleport straight there. Also, like, I know that the hyper-wealthy sort of stop thinking like people, but Gegareju, what the fuck, man? Hey, Berglund, have you seen a singing Makote? Well, it is Ny'ardbert, the savior of Wineport. To what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due. But her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she's your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Hey, Shemai's... Oh, wait, I have to ask someone else first. Hold up. That gave me the information I was looking for, but maybe there's more information I don't know I'm looking for. Where is... Okay, level up. There you are. Young bar. Eh? You want to know if I've seen a Makote last by the name of Philomene? I wish. I haven't seen last of any description for far too bloody long. Dude, just go down the stairs. There are other women here. Like, I can see people from here. So, like, either change your definitions or, like, get your eyes checked. Also hilarious that that was, like, necessary to progress the quest. Hey, Shimani, weird question. Have you smelled a lady recently with, like, really strong perfume? A Makote woman? Nice singing voice? I see you have had many grand adventures since last we spoke, Ny'ardbert. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago. But one does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when she spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers, which grow in the shade of the cliff there, have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Alright, Kaiba, haste! Let us go! Hello, ma'am. Alright, would you happen to... Oh, boy! I thought I knew what Hori meant, like H-O-A-R-Y. But that Gooba did not seem to meet that description, so I guess I don't. Well, vocabulary corner with Nick the DM. Thanks, future me. That makes more sense, probably. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I... Are you Philomene? Minfilia's mother? Philomene? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. A songstress of Ulda, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Acilia, is looking for you. Acilia? You're the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lunacia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? Finally, someone who gives Alphino the shit he deserves. Can I help with this? I can. Awesome.
Rescued yet again from the jaws of a ravenous kubo. How quickly we forget the lessons of the past. Though I was not solely to blame for that foolishness.
That sounds like a 1.0 reference. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I could scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. What had you imagined?
Am I not wearing my dark light ring?
That's hilarious. Don't think I'm really going to need any of these, but let's go with healing, I guess. But you know what? No, by the time I'm going to play a healer.
Despite her years of nomadism, it would seem Lady Philomene had kept a close eye on the affairs of our order.
Surprisingly close, in fact. Suffice to say, she is nothing if not resourceful. One does not develop such skills without effort, or without reason. Oh.
You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way.
Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands.
Really, they're still staying there. You'd think with all the corpses.
Are we also getting escorted to the Waking Sands? We are! Oh, how chivalrous! Let me go deliver this report to Rerun, since that seems somewhat pressing.
Ny'ardbert, I am most heartened by thy safe return. Wert thou able to cast light on the shadows that haunt the shroud?
A list documenting all recent sightings of the Elder Primal Odin.
So it is true. Having awakened from nigh eternal slumber, the dark divinity now rides free in the shroud. Whilst you were afield, I immersed myself in the scriptures. The more I scoured the words, the more I did realize that the writings draw heavily upon Allegan historical chronicles. History is quite a fascinating beast, is it not? One nation's glory is another's suffering. One nation's great hero, another's most abhorrent villain. I mean not to speak in platitudes, only to say that there is never but a single side to any story, even a story that is presented as historical fact. To what end did the hero of Allag seal Odin in a jail of crystal? What impels the dark divinity to ride once again? Cast thine light on the shadows of history, friend, that we might be delivered from the darkness. None of this really means anything to me.
Is that the end of that chain? Okay. Stola? In a Titan spot.
So both Ifrit and Garuda are now vanquished by your hands. Truly you have earned yourself a rest. Would that you had the luxury of time to enjoy it. It pains me to say that Titan has also returned, and with a vengeance. As was the case with his primal brethren, he has grown stronger than he was before. When I went about my investigation, all indications suggested that the kobolds were nowhere near ready to resume their summoning rites. But it turns out they were deceiving us. I should have known better. The kobold subterranean domain runs deep, and they can easily hoard crystals without being none the wiser. And a vast hoard it must have been. Till now, Garuda was the most powerful among the 3 recently active primals, but according to our latest readings, Titan has usurped that honor. A primal's might is determined by 2 factors: the amount of crystals it has gorged upon, and the fervor of its believers. I would like nothing more than to measure precisely how strong the Lord of Crags has become, but I fear the time for such prudence has run out. We have already received an official request for assistance from the Maelstrom, and as you might expect, it is addressed to you. For your previous encounter with Titan, you traveled to his domain by way of the Aetheryte you first discovered by the Company of Heroes. Sad to say, this Aetheryte no longer seems to respond. But do not despair, for the Maelstrom has reportedly found another in its place. You will want to speak with Commander Riki at Maelstrom Command for details. I cannot stress this enough, but Titan has grown fearsome strong. See to it that you spare no preparation.
Antecedent, you have a guest.
Lamine? Asilia.
Oh.
I haven't seen her like this in years, Ny'ardbert. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead. But what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuits of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Salsedia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following the nose. I didn't think it was made anymore. It must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Ny'ardbert, however. I could not have made it without him.
Hi. It's fine, it was just a goobo.
Thank you, Ny'ardbert. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you've kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ulda. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know how to survive.
I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know, about you and your mother both.
One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. The cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You've succeeded where I failed and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ulda. Lamine. You built it once, Cecilia, you can build it again. And this time we'll do it together. Truly. Alfino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarter in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow scions and send word to the students of Baldesion. Preparations begin at once.
Lucky we're on the same page.
It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible.
You need not concern yourself with such matters, Antecedent.
Really, Alphino? If I need to concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these.
Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so.
It does.
Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you're the one known as Ny'ardbert, are you not? Yeah, I say, what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slathborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. I'm sure I will.
Well, well. It would seem your reputation precedes you, Ny'ardbert.
I would hope so at this point.
Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you've earned yourself a rest. After all, you've traveled so far. There's already so much you've done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care.
Ooh, second cutscene. Is Ny'ardbert reading? Perhaps his head is less empty than I thought.
Ah, Ny'ardbert, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us.
You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And? I fucked it up. I'm just kidding. Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scion of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Possibly poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? Real James, just a shit-eating grin. I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Ralban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst-kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Philomene to teach me the basics of mining, too. Tataru, what are you scheming? Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alfie now, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the needs to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slothborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Ny'ardbert. Okay. I'm trying to think of how we're gonna split this up. Let's go do Titan. Alright, up to the Ave Castle. Ah, Sergeant Tia, your presence is most welcome. I'm chagrined that we must turn to you again to lay Titan low. No doubt this is yesterday's news to you. The Lord of Crags has returned, more ferocious and formidable than he was before. We cannot fathom how the kobolds were able to obtain such vast stores of crystals in so short a time. We will learn the answer in the coming moons, I suspect, but first things first. We need you to vanquish Titan before he and the kobolds have a chance to wreak havoc on Limsa. You felled the Primal before, and we believe that you can emerge victorious once more. We've learned of a new aetherite that will take you to the navel. It's situated deep within the Ugamoro mines. Not the most convenient of locations, admittedly, so you'll have to cut yourself a path. Please, make all haste. Titan's mere presence emboldens the kobolds, and 'tis only a matter of time before they move in force against us. May the Navigator guide you on your way, Sergeant. So we'll go do that, but also, as you can tell by that description there, we are now Storm Sergeant First Class. And in order to move up to Chief Storm Sergeant, which is the next rank, we have to do a side quest for Commander Riki here. Sergeant Tia, doing the Maelstrom proud as ever, I see. As a matter of fact, you're just the man I was hoping would come along. House Zamael of Ishgard is in some distress, and you're just the one we need to answer the call. Your task? Travel to Zamael Darkhold and purge the subterranean fortress of Voidsent. Once you're ready, make your way to the central highlands of Kurthis. I trust you'll have little trouble finding the Darkhold. Hopefully, a retainer in the service of House Zamael will brief you in greater detail when you arrive. We will wait word of your success. Okay. So we'll leave that up to talk to her, but once we actually get to that point, I'm not going to show running the Darkhold because we've already done that once. What's your deal? Oh, that's for the Kobold Beast tribes. And that is, I believe, the PvP stuff, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. So let's go to Camp Overlook. And just so you're all on the same page, these Titan Gruder and Ifrit quests aren't like required to do now, but at some point, if we didn't do them, there would be. Oh, all right, that's just a mount. Okay. There would be an aside where they'd be like, "Hey, you need to do that before you can proceed." I think you can get pretty far from here before that happens, but I figure we'll do it now since it's like the natural placement for it. Alright, in we go. I hope that doesn't connect. Okay, all the way around then. Alright, let's do Titan. I'll wait for that cue to pop, and then we'll go directly to it. Alright, guess I'm getting to tank this time. Whew. That was someone that was not prepared to take a hit that big. Boulders. Never have the gear we use on those on foot. Let's get back further away. Wow, that healer is having some troubles. About to go in the box. Let's break that apart. Sorry, that was on me. Alright. How much I could have done that? I guess I could have used the emerald. I would turn off my presence since the other guy just got it. That Mountain Buster's no joke. Lives up to the name. Awesome. So this is one of my favorite weapon climbers for warriors, so I will probably actually use this. Outside of like the really high level stuff. That's character. Cast climber. Look at this thing. That is an awesome axe. And I think it fits like the warrior aesthetic pretty darn well. Alright, anyway. Is Kurthus or Mordona closer? Mordona is... Kurthus is probably actually closer. Mordona is just favored. So let's do Mordona first. Or Kurthus first. And then teleport from there. Hopefully. Here you have words for me? Ah! Who goes there? Oh, you must be the reinforcements. I beg your pardon. Recent sights have left me skittish as an untrained chocobo. This is a male Darkhold. The name itself sends a shiver up the spine, does it not? The place has been infested by all manner of fearsome void scent of late. I have even heard the word of statues come to life. While we guardians pride ourselves on seeing to our own defenses, the threat this time is simply too great. You'll see to those abominations, won't you? I will walk in here just to look around, because this is a pretty darn cool entrance. They got their guards here. They got this, like, cool, ancient, like, door, sort of like they have in the dungeon proper. Yeah. So, we've already done a run of that. I will do another run later. But probably I'm going to wait until I get one of my backup classes to a proper level range for it, so I could actually, like, get good experience on it. And also just happen to hit it in a roulette. So for now, I'm going to hide that quest. And then should we complete it, I will turn it in during one of these recordings. But for now, let's head over to Mordona. Wow, I just noticed that pile of pluses over there. Are they all in here? They are. Okay, let me go turn in this thing, and then I'll check out those. Was told to expect a scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It's been far too long, Ny'ardbert. You have something for me, yes? Here, I have some documents. Let's see now. Yep, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? By the way, a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just have to give you the work of a dozen men. I jest. Do you, though? Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, maybe you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. Maybe a bit raucous at times, I'd imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around.
Is that you, Ny'ardbert? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste.
Is everything quite all right, friend? I just got called back as soon as I got here. Can't say I'm privy to the details, but it appears there is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Okay. I think this is a good breaking point. We've probably been going for a bit since I split this over a good number of recordings. But we will wrap up here, and Ny'ardbert will return to do more MSQ and also a handful of other random stuff. I'm definitely going to be checking out what those pluses are to see if there's anything in there that seems worth doing right this second. But, like, the flow of the plot's going, it seems like we should probably just head back to the Waking Sands. Yeah. Thanks for coming. See you soon. And Ny'ardbert will return in It's Possibly a Primal. Not to be confused with It's Probably Pirates. Alright, adios, folks.